Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and this is a channel that's an Oko safe zone for the week. So we're continuing to play decks that do not have any Okos in them. I think it's going to get banned, hope it's going to get banned, pray it's going to be banned next week. So playing a bunch of different decks, different takes to see what the meta can really lead to. So this is a cool list that I found off the MTGO 5.0 list from Sergeant McMuffin. It is a Gruul, so green-red adventure deck. So it made just one change to the main board, or two changes to the main board and a couple changes to the sideboard. But basically what you're trying to do is more of a value Gruul as opposed to Riot, Haste, Gruul Spellbreaker, Smash, get a board wipe, and then cry miserably because all your creatures died. So it's using the adventure package, so Edgewall Innkeeper. In this particular case, we're using Bonecrusher Giant and Lovestruck Beast, both as ways to get early utility and then have big beaters for 3 mana. You also have Rimrock Knight, which can be used as a combat trick, and then also a 3/1 for 2 mana. That can also trigger Edgewall, so you can get some utility, get some card draw that way. Kraul Harpooner is another good threat here. 3/2, can deal with the flyers, can deal with Hydroid Crisis, can deal with early Goose. We have 4 Once Upon a Times in the deck, and then 4 Domri's Ambush for fight effects. The one thing I'm interested in seeing is how often we can actually attack with this Lovestruck Beast. Really, you only have the tokens here, and then the Edgewall Innkeepers, unlike the Golgari version, which had a few 1/1s. Then we're playing 4 Questing Beast. I'm really just looking to smash face with this deck. I wanted to play an Embercleave deck, so I really want to cleave up a Questing Beast and go to town there. So they had 1 Veil of Summer in the main board. I want to play the Great Henge. I've not played that much with the card, so I would like to. And then I just took out a Mountain for Castle Embereth. It felt pretty free, and then just because we're going to be attacking him with a lot of stuff, figure if we flood, the pump could be pretty useful. Sideboard wise, made a couple changes. So 2 Veils. Actually, I'm going to put in another Veil now that we cut the one from the main board. So 3 Veils, 2 Lava Coils as removal, 2 Cindervines. They had 4. I'm not quite sure what we want to see that for. Like, they might have been hedging against the Nexus or the Wilderness deck, or like heavy counter spells, but nothing's playing a critical mass. There's no Phoenix deck anymore. So cutting it to 2 can also just destroy an artifact or enchantment, so some utility there. I went up to 2 Spyglass to deal with Okos or Nisas. Flame Sweep against aggro. 2 Frenzies versus like grindier decks. And then I put in 3 Ceratops. Just cut some of the... like trim the fat, kind of play with that. I like Ceratops in matchups where Questing Beast isn't as good. Either gets trumped by being a 5/5s around or blue or counter spells. I prefer to have the Shifting Ceratops. So this is the deck. We are going to turn things sideways and attack. I've been playing Control for the last hour and a half, so figure we switch it up. So we are currently at Diamond 3. We will play some aggro. Change it up a bit. Not really a Gruul player at heart, so I'm probably going to be playing a little bit more conservative than probably would need, but we'll see how it goes. So if you're tuning in live on Twitch, thanks for stopping by. Best way to know when we are going live is to just drop a follow. It's free and easy. We just had a giveaway that we announced earlier today, the winner. So that was some of the benefits of just being a follower on either Twitch or on YouTube. Both are free and easy ways to help support the channel. Let's try. Worst case, I shock and play a Bonecrusher Giant. Actually, probably wouldn't mind like a Once Upon a Time. Get a green source. If they play Goose here, I'm pretty happy. Green source would be even better. Green. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Fight that goose. I would love to set you back a turn. I really want Oko to be banned. That's literally all we've been playing against. Some variation of a blue-green deck today. So this turn... They're not going to block, so we'll attack in first on the fringe chance they do block. So we'll just Lovestruck here. So I'm going to try to just surprise Embercleave them next turn. Okay, so this is the food version. The cat food version. I came to Embercleave, so I am going to Embercleave. Oh, that's fun. So it's a little riskier putting it on this because they'll likely have Noxious Grasp main. Okay, so they'll Vraska, they'll down tick on the Harpooner. Ooh, even better. Both to the face. Gruul smash! Got a little too excited there. This matchup, we want Spyglass. Probably shave down a Questing Beast for a Spyglass. Play these. Play a couple Frenzies. Shave down a Once Upon a Time. I'm probably just going to cut these Rimrocks. And the Great Henge isn't good in this matchup, and I'm going to cut down an Embercleave. Just run it like that. Embercleave won us that game, but Oko can easily transform it. And the Great Henge here, Oko could transform it as well. Probably run it like that. Got enough interaction, some protection. Still have 8 sources of adventure for the Innkeeper. Do we do a 2-2 split? Frenzy's fine. Doesn't let us play stuff from our hand, but we can go off the top. This is going to be a long game, so we probably want that utility. Maybe just shave down one. Play another Ceratops. Say go. So similar to a lot of these decks that I pick up from MTGO, most of the time the first time I play them is on the channel. So sideboarding's kind of a learning. I feel like I've played this Carlos Romao before. Sure. Okay. You know what? We're trying to rank up, so I will take the win. Omni Spell Adept. You may cast instant sorcery from your hand without paying its mana cost. It's kind of cool. I'm just going to give Arena a quick reset. We had it lagging earlier today. Crashed during the last video, so just in between games. It's finally started snowing here in Toronto, which is very annoying. I got stuck in a snowstorm today. Did get to go get a giant bowl of pho, which made me happy at least. I'm going to be playing 2 in my first Pioneer tournament on Wednesday. So I put together Jeskai Fire or just 4-color Fire's Super Friends. We'll keep this in. I'm probably gonna go Lovestruck first. Okay, this is an Innkeeper mirror. Okay, so we are gonna try to go wide here. So I'm doing this because next turn I will double Innkeeper and then play Lovestruck Beast. And then ideally, don't know what their splash is yet. Ooh, mirror. Because we have the no attacks yet. So we have some redundancy if they have the shock. And just opt for the card draw here. I will draw 2 cards here. Domri's Ambush is good. Put a counter on this next turn. Ooh, and Questing Beast. So you fight you. We can run with Rimrock. To be honest, I think I'm just going to draw the cards. Get that utility now, because I want to try to play this next turn and just try to Embercleave. They'll get the card draw. So it's actually funny running into the mirror. Hadn't seen this deck before. It's the first time on the live. So here, so I can attack with 2. That becomes 4 to cast. May just continue to go wide. Try to draw into land here. You just get... Well, you can't block, so let's attack. This castle might end up being a good like mirror breaker. Pass turn. I want another red source so I could Embercleave and Rimrock to just try to, because that would get it to 7 power, that would get it to 9, so I can effectively do 18 damage minus whatever they block with. Another Domri's Ambush should be good. So they hit their Domri's Ambush. Another Harpooner is not going to help. So I could once... I think we once upon a time get a red source. So here, if they want, they got to block with Lovestruck. Which I'm fine trading here because we have another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 plus the Embercleave on it. So I can Questing Beast next turn, attack with these two and the Lovestruck Beast. This could be Embercleave. So we can go wide this turn, which may just be the best. See if we can get a Domri's ambush. Pass turn. So what we can do here is I can use Rimrock as a trade up, so I can block the Questing Beast and then trade up to it. We are at 6, so we do have to be a little conscientious. Shouldn't have taken that block, just should have thrown. Because either way we're dead to Embercleave. Okay, the Domri's ambush. Yeah, they got all the removal. So they ended up drawing better than us. Block like that. Yeah, they got us. They ended up just drawing through that better than we did. So in this matchup, let's bring in the Lava Coils. To each non-flying. Kind of a good mirror breaker. But probably just want to go up to the Ceratops. Embercleave's fine. Shave down a once. And probably just Rimrock. Bonecrusher's fine because it can block and trade. These Harpooners actually aren't the greatest. This also can't block, so I can cut down a couple. Don't want Cindervines, don't want Spyglass. Frenzy's probably not that good. We're both going to be drawing cards. You know, I'm a bigger version, so I'm inclined to go up that. Like the Flame Sweep can get us ahead. It could also shut off some other things. Because we have the Great Henge, which if they're playing the stock list, they don't have it. They have Shock in their sideboard, perhaps. I'll keep this. Here I'm going to take the Lovestruck Beast. So playing that, in case they do have a shock, I don't want them to hit the Innkeeper. And that was all the ones we want to see. If they just go tap land here, I'm pretty happy. So if that's the case, the new goal is to get the Henge out as quick as possible. We need a second green source. Take that trade because it also shuts theirs off. Just want to turn to Void Stomp. Hits us with the Stamp. Okay, we have Ambush at least. It's a decent follow-up. If we draw like a green source, we go Henge. And then into Kraul Harpooner, draw a card, make a 4/3. This will be the Mirror Breaker in this game. So they can shock in. This is sweet value. Ooh. So next turn I go Questing Beast with haste. Death Touch, draw a card. I can also Ceratops. So I'm actually going to go... No, let's do you. Because I want to put the ambush trigger on it. Make this even bigger. Attacking with both. I can't wait to be able to play Great Henge. As soon as Oko gets banned, we're trying to find the best Great Henge deck. This card's so good when it's not a 3/3 elk. Turn 5, we had event 9, 15 power on board. Each one of our creatures cycles at this point. So let's go you. Draw a card. Make a 1/1, so Lovestruck can attack. Give you haste. So we're presenting the most... We could have held up the green to give it trample. So they block there, they block there. So we still deal a ton of damage. And then next turn we just give this trample. Still have a Lovestruck and a Foulmire Knight that both get bigger. We can also just use these to dig for like Questing Beast. They get a land, they can get Questing Beast, but even that on its own, because they do 2 damage. Okay, so let's go you. See if we can find Questing Beast. Because I can find Embercleave potentially. Okay. Get this trample. This also draws us a card. Yeah. The fact that the adventures give us 2 abilities. Like that game, I think we run it identical. Didn't see anything unique out of the opponent that would make us want to shift it. Let's run this back. They may bring in Cindervines, which is really not good against us. Or they have that... There's the adventure one that destroys an artifact. Can bring that in. I can't remember if it's instant or sorcery. We'll keep this hand. Okay, so we know they have the Stomp. So it's going to do this now. I'm hoping they just spend this turn stomping this, because then we could stomp that. And then if our turn 3 is a Lovestruck and theirs is a Bonecrusher, we're in a better spot. Second Edgewall is annoying. So just going to try to minimize the amount of cards they draw. Yeah, Henge is sweet. Like, the fact that Oko just shuts it down is annoying, but... Okay, that's pretty good for us. They're passing on their turn. Henge will come down. So here... Just really shut them down on their card draw. Next turn, just Lovestruck. That opens us up to a Henge. We have Lava Coil. Gonna do this. We could Domri's Ambush if need be. We're both kind of struggling for lands here. They hit their ambush first. That sucks. So I can coil. I can Questing Beast this turn. So Questing Beast turns on Henge. Or I can just do this and then play Castle Embereth. think we just do this. If they have another Domri's ambush, we're in trouble. I think we take this off. They hit us for 7. If I gotta Lava Coil this. So we just need to dodge a 1/1 here. Ah, they got us. That one was a rough one. Deck's pretty sweet. We'll run it for... Come on. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, Arena's in a loop. Hold up. Arena's going crazy. We'll run it for a best of 1. See how it goes. Missing the land that turn hurt. If we were able to get Henge down. Pretty much trying out all the adventure decks. Those will probably be pretty strong if Oko gets banned. We played Golgari this morning. Felt really good. I'm gonna play green white as well. Sure. Probably has a harder time against mono red. Just in case we draw 1 drop. Probably going to be aggressive in terms of trading. Because once I can get a Questing Beast down, we're in a good spot. And like these Harpooners can trade up even with 2 spells. If we had more adventure in the hand, then I would keep it. This will be an interesting matchup. Next turn I could go Stomping and then just Kraul Harpooner. See if they want to attack in. Fervent. That feels like a good trade to me all day. You want to skewer me? So they can go full price on this. I think we might take the 2. The game plan's just ride this Questing Beast. So, because then they just play 1 mana. I want them that if they use this, they gotta pay for it. No blocks here. I'm just going to Embercleave this next turn. Or even better. Just so we don't die to something random. So usually against mono red, you just want to stabilize. We trade it off early. And then once we get to like 4 toughness, they're going to have a hard time main board dealing with this. Cool. We win. Show me the Embercleave. I love Embercleave. This deck's awesome. And the games go so much quicker. I played the Jeskai Control versus Food matchup. Took 40 minutes for best of 3. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up. It's their deck of the day, so we'll call it quits on this one. This one's definitely a fun one. If you want to go Gruul, it's got some good staying power. Do really like the Great Henge in it. It's really easy for this deck to turn it on. May want to look, maybe cut down a Once Upon a Time for Vivian. 4 mana Vivian just gives stuff trample. Also lets you search for your Shifting Ceratops out of the side, but I think that could be an option as well. Just helps these Lovestruck Beasts and Bonecrusher Giants not get chump blocked. Pretty much the deck. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you do enjoy the content, do consider subscribing on YouTube or following on Twitch. Both are free and easy ways to help support the channel. We did do a giveaway recently for foil Robber the Riches, so usually about once a month, every 2 months, we do a channel giveaway, and everyone that's following is automatically entered. I will also be the MTG or Wizards featured content creator in December towards the 18th. So I'll be getting a bunch of arena codes to be giving out to followers as well. So if you haven't done so, make sure to follow us. It'd be greatly appreciated. Anyways, have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.